After the initiation ceremony of the infant-toddler parent participation enrichment and exercise program
at the Jewish Community Center,
I arrived at the first session 2 weeks hence, determined to learn more.
Is 2 weeks enough?
I followed Louis from the indoor crawling tube over to the dance dramatic play area and met Gretchen, a classically beautiful Aryan au pair, seemingly a descendant of the Lebensborn experiment.
Old German leader.
She lived with Dr. Samuel Fine and his wife, Rona,
Ironically.
caring for their toddler twins, Tiffany and Jacob.
Ironically.
Gretchen didn't say much, but when she did speak, even I got scared.
It must have been the accent.
She spent most of her time staring dreamily off into space.
As Tiffany plugged her ear cavity with Play-Doh.
Or she'd preen and primp in front of the large, stretched mylar mirror,
Oh, yeah.
smoothing her load-and-wool cigarette trousers, adjusting the shoulder pads of her buttercup Angora sweater, or fluffing out her thick golden hair
Precision cut.
into an asymmetrical bob.
And the makeup job was impeccable.
I wondered how she had time to take care of the twins in the wake of such a demanding beauty regimen.
Rona must have felt the same way.
Yes, just a few more weeks and Gretchen was gone, transported back to Berlin after unforgivably harsh punishment unleashed on the twins.
Ah, the Lebensborn experiment.
And Rona immediately began her search for a suitable girl.
Downright anxious to find one.
Perhaps Mary Lowe's au pair, Martine's best friend's sister, Henriette.
Perhaps.
Another girl, Leda, also left rather abruptly. Leda was from Sweden, yet spoke our language fluently.
The vernacular.
She peppered her sentences with joyous exclamations of Mutterfucker from time to
Just
time.
one of the kids.
She was outgoing, warm, but something seemed to miss from the moment she arrived.
She looked different from the photo.
Decidedly different.
A sensitive subject.
Leda readily admitted to an intimate affair with her last employer.
Leda had a more modern point of view than Laura and Jim.
She was from Sweden.
And on the next flight back to Stockholm,
And there was Heidi, who had come across from Bavaria to the home of Claire and Richard,
awaiting the birth of their first child,
expected to be a boy based on rigid adherence to the manual,
determining to get what you want.
in which to create a male child. They were instructed to time copulation to the peak day of ovulation, determined through careful reading and charting of basal body temperatures and daily observations of cervical mucus consistency.
Oh, my.
On the peak day and following an acidic douche, the hopeful couple were to assume a doggy-style coital position and commence towards the requisite simultaneous orgasm.
Oh, my.
It had taken them nearly 2 years to get all aspects of the program coordinated,
First things first,
which included ordering an au pair.
along with the rabbit tap,
And Heidi arrived to perform the domestic chores,
with cheerful exuberance and efficiency,
trading in the traditional dirndl,
for some designer
feasting
jeans,
on supermarkets,
shopping malls, and soap operas.
settling into her plush accommodations,
2 rooms with private beds.
separate entry and enclosed balcony for nude sunbathing.
Things were swell.
But one evening shortly after her arrival, Claire suddenly bolted from her chair, burst into tears, and fled the room, shrieking to Richard, "Remove the wretched girl before I strangle her." Heidi was indeed mystified and began to apologize for the burnt edges on the corning where, when Richard bellowed, "Begin packing."
No more au pair.
Not after a bad amnio.
What's that?
Defects in the fetus.
Ooh.
Claire had ordered the test to verify her selection of a masculine wallpaper motif for the nursery, but the amnio revealed a problem.
The child was a girl.
So much for the manual and the years of practice.
So Heidi needed relocation.
Yes, we were approached about Heidi.
Bite your tongue.
But where would she live with us?
Where indeed?
In our garden shed?
Slave cabin.
In our dark, dank basement?
Les Miserables.
In our TV room?
The one with the pull-out sofa.
I knew I had to pass on this,
Klein the
but I did promise to place her name on the network.
au pair.